All right, Buff Nation. We got a lot to talk about. Hope you guys are having an absolutely wonderful day. As you can see, I still got the shades on. This is not because I'm trying to be like Coach Prime, but rather because I look like Bob Costas with these allergies going on. And I'm not going to burden you guys with that. But we got a lot of exciting stuff to talk about, some recruiting updates. I'm going to go through and review some of the standout performances that we saw from Utah. Some guys that are due to stand out this weekend on my birthday against the Kansas Jayhawks. Let's go. I mean, we're 2 wins away from the college football playoff, essentially. That's kind of how I feel about it, because we're going to be in postseason play in the Big 12 championship. We can't lose that game. No way. No way. We're going to be way too juiced up. And there's a lot of positive things going in our direction right now. So I want to get to this, though, really quick. Let me pull up Steve Wiltfong. I think I saw this on his Twitter. If not, somebody was mentioning it about how they're saying right now that Colorado, they're not going to miss on everybody that visited from IMG this weekend. No, 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 no. That's not going to happen. They're at least going to get some of these guys that visited. Of course, we have Alexander McPherson, who visited from IMG. He is currently committed to Oklahoma State. We also have a few of, let me go ahead and share this here. If you guys need a refresher, we also have, let's see. Oh, yeah, I want to read this quote here from Alexander McPherson. What continues to excite me, on top of the great coaching and development, there is also a sense of mentorship from guys that have been there and done what you want to do. I believe that could be another advantage that helps me get to the next level. Yeah, no doubt about it. You thinking about D-line guys coming out here, theoretically, such as Alexander McPherson. You get to get coached by Damian Lewis, who played in the NFL for many years, along with Warren Sapp. Of course, Gold Jacket. I don't need to read you his resume. But Steve Wilfong also saying that, hey, we're going to be right in there for the race with Nathaniel Owusu Boateng. He is that linebacker. I believe that's Crystal Ball to Michigan right now from IMG. He's a really highly rated guy, 4 or 5 star, depending on what you're looking at. And he would be fantastic. Right now, we're going to have Levante Bentley and Nikhai Hill-Green going off to the NFL, and Mantrez Walker coming in here, which is a lot of fun. But we might have a new linebacker room, especially once we hit the portal as well. But NOB, baby, I think is going to be somebody to keep an eye out for, along with, Michael Carroll. You got to see what he's doing with Jordan Seaton. He being Phil. All my guys know their assignments. Load Holt, he's killing it. And if you can see Jordan Seaton coming out here, winning a freshman All-American spot, how is that not enticing, right? Especially with what's being built here in Boulder with the eyeballs on it. The proof is in the pudding now. We got the wins, and it wouldn't shock me if we're able to flip a couple of these guys. London Merritt, the edge that's committed to Ohio State. I don't think you can rule us out of that at all. And I would imagine, just listening to the DMVR show just a little bit ago with RK and Jake, I mean, both of them came out and said that they would expect Julian Lewis to make this commitment official within the next week. So that's how things are looking right now, guys. That's how things are looking. It's fantastic. I wanted to get into some of the PFF grades again on standouts, but from this Utah game, but wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update that the momentum from those guys visiting this weekend still looking great. It's still looking great, and it wouldn't shock me if we're going to see some more commitment news this week, right? So it's a lot of fun. Let me see. That's a Nebraska fan. I don't see you guys losing anything this year. Hey, we'll just have to see, man. We'll just have to see. But I'm loving the direction this team's going. We're a better team than when we played North Dakota State as well as Nebraska. And I think that Nebraska loss, it was just so crucial in helping us elevate our game. Like we truly became a different team after that, man. It was really great. By the way, before I get too deep into this, guys, offering you exclusive content, $5 a month on my channel membership. It's nothing too crazy, but today I put out a nice breakdown of who the mystery Pop-Tart mascot might be for the new Pop-Tarts Bowl. And if you want exclusive content like that, you can now join my membership group. I have renamed it to be something a little bit more intimate because I got like 7 members, Buff Buddies. So if you want to be a Buff Buddy with me, you can join the channel membership. So that's what I'm doing. VH coming in here. Yeah, DNVR Sports just announced that if Colorado beats Kansas and BYU beats Arizona State, and Utah beats Iowa State this weekend, Colorado will automatically go to the Big 12 championship. That's right, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And guys, I got to be honest, nobody's talking about Arizona State. I feel like the Buffs can beat anybody left in this conference that they face. But if I had my choice of picking one opponent that we would not face if we make it to the Big 12 championship, Arizona State. That team is red hot right now. Kenny Dillingham, he gave us hell last year. You see what he's been able to do with a team that had really no buzz going into it. It's crazy. BYU, Arizona State, Colorado, all of these professional people pick these teams to finish at the bottom of the conference, and now they're all at the top. But man, that running back they got, Scadaboo, Heisman. He's a Heisman-worthy player, no doubt about it. They play really good football. They're red hot. Shout out to Keck. Forks up. You guys are having a great year, and I've loved to see the come up of Arizona State. I'm glad we don't play y'all, at least in the regular season right now. But give me BYU. I I would feel much better about us going up against BYU than Arizona State right now. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and dive into some of the PFF stuff. Give me 1 second, guys. And we're gonna do this thing. Then I'll get to some of your comments here at the end. Again, smash the like. That's also going to put good vibes into the world for my my allergies to go away. So hopefully I can take off the shades tomorrow. That's really what I want to do. And yeah, consider subscribing if you like this type of thing. If you don't, if you think I'm a moron, like Ari Wasserman called me today on Twitter, you know, that's totally fine. You know, I'm just here to give my opinion. I gotta say, guys, with the shades on, I understand why Prime likes wearing the shades, man. I feel like there's an alter ego right now that I become. Maybe it's like a different Dark Side Dave, but it's like, man, I just feel like I can say whatever when I'm behind the shades. Anyways, enough of that. Let's get to the fun stuff here. I like showing you this stuff, guys, just because mainly I find it interesting. But of course, take all these grades with a grain of salt. You guys know that by now. But let's go ahead and get into the blocking first. That's like what we really care about. Pass blocking. How about that? Kareem Harden. And what the heck, Fanatics, still hasn't changed his number to 55. They got 277s on there. I can't order a Kareem Harden jersey until they change it to 55. So annoying. I've even asked them on like customer support, and they're not doing anything. Anyways, Kareem Harden, highest graded pass blocker against Utah. Again, Utah has a really good defense, and we didn't even play our best, but we destroyed them. That was great. Kareem Harden, 85.9. That might have been the highest pass blocking grade of his career here at CU. I'll go and check on that later. But Cash Cleveland, as much as I would love for him to redshirt, which means play only one of these last 2 games, can't have him do it when he's playing like this. Khalil Benson, I think this might be his highest pass blocking grade of the season, 82.5. Everybody did great. Everybody did great. And again, guys, we only gave up 2 sacks, 1 hit, 10 hurries, 13 pressures. Okay, double-digit pressures, whatever. It's going to happen with Utah, but 2 sacks. Man, you'll take that. You'll take that. I love it. Guys, I really do think this line is going to be one of our positional strengths next year. Right now, it's kind of meh, you know? In pass blocking, it's been above average. In run blocking, we still have a long ways to go, but I think that it's going to be a unit of strength next year. No doubt about it. When we look at the run blocking, top-rated guys here in run blocking, Philip Houston, Tyler Brown, Khalil Benson, Jordan Seaton. Let's go. Love to see that. Love to see Tyler Brown, Khalil Benson doing well. And I think Jordan Seaton's gotten a little bit better from the beginning of the season as well with his run blocking grade. The last two games, he's done pretty well, which I really do love to see that. All right, let's get to the defense. I always love looking at the defense here. Guys, Tafik Thomas was all over the place in this game, and that was really cool to see. You know, he's somebody, again, Tafik Thomas, I owe an apology to you. If you haven't seen it yet, I owe you an apology. I didn't really think you were going to be doing much of anything for this team this year, and you've gotten better throughout the season, and with more playing time. I mean, he's really somebody that, again, I wasn't expecting to see much out of at all, but you've seen him in spurts have his moments on the defensive line, and now with Shane Koch's out, he's been asked to do more, and he balled out in this game against Utah. Highest graded defender, 80.5, 3 pressures, a sack, a stop. This is an interior lineman, guys. 2 total tackles. I mean, yeah, beautiful stuff. 25 snaps. I love it. BJ Green, 53 snaps. 75.6 grade. Oh, and I did want to talk about this. Tafik Thomas, highest grade pass rusher as well. That was beautiful stuff. But BJ Green was all over the place as well. He didn't register a sack, but had 2 pressures and a hit in a hurry. Two hits in a hurry. Carter Stoutmire, guys. I owe Carter Stoutmire like an individual video at some point. 73.6 grade. I think he's got to be a preseason all-conference safety next year in the Big 12. I think he could win first-team all-safety next year. You've seen him play at safety, at nickel, and now at linebacker as well. He's incredibly versatile, and I think he's going to be one of the dogs, one of the leaders of this defense next year. He's been great. 66 snaps. He was fantastic today with Preston Hodge going down and out for this game. He filled in wonderfully. Chidozie Nwankwo, 79.7 grade against the run, 2 pressures, a hit, and a hurry. That's great. Keaton Wade, 13 total snaps. I mean, he just graded out very well. 69.7 overall. DJ McKinney had a nice coverage grade, 70.7. Regarding Keaton Wade, I think you got to sit him out. I think it's one of these games. One of these next 2 in order to get his red shirt. Can you afford to keep Keaton Wade off the field for 13 snaps? He's been very impactful, even though it doesn't show up on the stat sheet. Had 1 tackle, but one of those was a stop. I'm not sure, but I would like to see us try. Cam Silman-Craig, fantastic. He 7 solo tackles, 2 assists, 9 total. Let's look at our tackle leaders here. Cam Silman-Craig, Nikhai Hill-Green, and Levante Bentley are our top tacklers on the day. Who led us in stops? It was those guys as well. Cameron Silman-Craig, Nikhai Hill-Green. And let's talk about Amari McNeal, man. Didn't he just not look like he was just on a different level athletically on this defensive line than some of our other guys? I mean, no shade to our defensive line. I'm not trying to start that sort of argument, but the dude just, he looked dominant. He looked dominant out there. Really love to see that. He had a sack and 3 pressures as well, 3 stops. He was incredible. Let's take a look at the coverage grades as well. Carter, DJ McKinney, BJ Green out there for a few snaps in coverage. We have Colton Hood, 66.6 grade. Travis Hunter, 64.3 grade. Man, he gave up that touchdown, but who cares, man? He was still fantastic outside of those or that one play. And was dynamic on offense as always. He was really wonderful. So it's great to see these guys coming along. Nice to see Brandon Davis Swain got some snaps here. Got 5 snaps there at the end of the game. That's awesome to see. He is now, I think, officially redshirted, so we can play him down the stretch, and as we hopefully, get into postseason play. Let's take a look at the offense a little bit. Shedeur Sanders, of course, was fantastic. 30 completions, 41 attempts, 73.2 completion, 339 yards, 3 TDs. Bad interception to start the game, right? But outside of that, I mean, he crushed it. You see, let's see, 8. What do you do? 4 of 8 from from deep. Had a couple touchdowns. Over 20 yards. Good distribution throughout the entire field. Again, he's one of these guys you can't just only defend certain portions of the field. The distribution across the entire field is great. He's somebody that requires attention in all spots on the field when he's behind center. He was great. When you look at kept clean, he tore everybody up. 231 yards, 3 TDs. Under pressure, not as good. Only 5 of 11. We normally see Shedeur is a little bit better under pressure, but still 108 yards on 5 completions, and of course had that one interception. Again, you can't really blitz him. That is, I still feel like that's probably the best path to success. Funny enough, for stopping Shedeur is trying to see if he's going to take the quick stuff that's a given when you blitz him. But as is the case most of the time, he will still tear you up. 67% completion on 18 attempts for 192 yards and 2 touchdowns. Play action pass. The running game wasn't huge in this game. I think we had some good individual runs. Isaiah Gustav looked good on a handful of these runs. I think Down Hayden had a nice run as well. But anyways, play action, Shedeur was still very effective. 67% completion for 62 yards and a TD. But but you know how this offense is. If you can add some play action to it, that's really helpful. 30% of his dropbacks were off of play action, and I think that's totally fine. Although you'd like to see that number get a little bit bigger, but man, who cares? He killed it. Deep throw, Shedeur was great. 4 of 7. Sorry, my math was wrong. 164 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was fantastic. Let's go ahead and get to some of the rushing. Isaiah Gustav, 7 attempts, 59 yards. 8.4 yards per attempt against Utah. Are you serious? Yeah, he was definitely effective enough in limited usage. Isaiah Gustav, 37-yard run, which was his longest. 2 runs over 10 yards. So that was really nice to see, a breakaway run. Isaiah Gustav, RB1. He's been great. I want to give a shout out here to Travis Hunter with his 5-yard touchdown run. That was really nice. Was going to do the Philly special, throw to Shedeur, but that was covered. And as the Heisman winning caliber player that he is, he made a touchdown out of it, even when the play broke down. Charlie Offerdahl, put him in the thumbnail. That would be a lot of fun. Charlie, I'm sorry for kind of memeing you earlier in the season. I think we can all agree that Isaiah Gustav should probably be getting the majority of the carries. But man, it was great seeing you get that touchdown, man. It really was. Seeing you in the game. How dare Utah not stack the box when you got 44 there in the backfield and you made them pay, baby. It was beautiful. Down Hayden, 4 attempts, 6 yards. Okay, maybe he didn't have a big run, but he had a long at 6. So hey, you'll take it. Receiving. Shout out to Will Shepard. He was my player of the game on offense that I was predicting. He was great. Had 2 touchdowns, which was nice. 5 receptions, 70 yards. But probably the guy kind of stealing the headlines, of course, true freshman Draylon Miller. 6 receptions, 108 yards, and a TD. He was really, really good. LaJohntay Wester was good as well, and Travis Hunter. All these guys put up stats. Wester, 77 yards. Travis Hunter, 55 yards. And even Savell Smalls got involved with a 12-yard. pass catch. So nice to see Shador spread the ball around. You had 8 different receivers in this game. Really nice to see. And again, as Will Shepard's dad says, the cream is coming, man. And the cream rises to the top. And we just got so many amazing wide receivers right now. Feels incredible, man. So I think that, that's really about it. That's really about it for the grades. I want to see more Draylon Miller. I want to see more um, Isaiah Gustav in this game against Kansas. They have one of the more explosive offenses that we've seen so far this season. And so I think time of possession is definitely going to be helpful. Jalen Daniels is a dynamic quarterback. I'm pretty shocked that he's still healthy at this point because he has struggled staying on the field throughout most of his seasons. But we're going to get a healthy Jalen Daniels and a red-hot Kansas Jayhawks team right now, right? So, I want to see more Draylon Miller brought into the fold because they're going to have all their attention on Travis Hunter, LeJontay Wester. Maybe we can get Jimmy Horn back this week. Wouldn't that be really nice? We'll have to see. So with that being said, guys, I'll get to some of your comments. Really do appreciate you guys as always. Again, smash that like, subscribe, and hopefully I won't have to wear for too much longer. All right. Are they going to stop CU from making the playoffs? They as in the committee, man, who knows? But right now you can't disregard the viewership, man. And that's what's really important for the committee if being on the bubble. But right now, what's great is that we actually do control our own destiny right now with making the college football playoff. And as long as we handle business these next 2 weeks, baby, we're going to be just fine. We're going to be in that Big 12 championship game. All we got to do then is then take care of that, and then we're good to go. That's going to be awesome. We would have a first round bye even. Who would have imagined that? Who would have imagined that? Hey, John, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate everybody who's followed me since finding me. I've been doing this for a little under 2 years now, and it's man, this season's been so fun. Last year was the most fun 4-8 season. This year is the most fun, winning season I've had on the channel. So that's always really cool. Pog coming up here, talking about Coach Woldholt. It's even more impressive what he's done with Cash Cleveland. You're right about that. You are absolutely right. Cash Cleveland, I wasn't expecting anything from him. As a walk-on freshman? Now look at him. Our second highest rated pass blocker this past game against Utah. Are you kidding me? Cash Cleveland, all this guy does is grind, work. The amount of preparation that he had to put in to get himself to this position as a true freshman, man, it's incredible. Give him the scholarship. We're going to have a pizza party, Papa John's only, for Cash Cleveland when he gets that scholarship. It's going to be great. Yes, Steve, thank you. Yeah, as a Nebraska fan, I don't see you guys losing. You're too powerful this year. Hey, appreciate the level-headedness. Don't get me wrong. I love just talking mess sometimes too, but I do appreciate the kind words. It's been great just to see how this program has learned since laying an egg against your Cornhuskers, man. That I don't know if I'm ever fully going to get over that, but definitely with how the rest of the season has gone, I'll take this every time. I'll take a frustrating week 2 blowout if we can get this kind of play in conference. So hey, that game against USC, man. Man, I hope for your sake you guys are able to get to that bowl game, man. But don't turn on Matt Rule yet. Don't turn on Matt Rule. No, I know it's probably not how you guys were expecting. I thought Nebraska had potential to win 10 games this year. I was probably there with a lot of you Nebraska fans, but just don't turn on him yet. He's better than Scott Frost. Chubbs, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing all right. Keith, good to see you as well. I'm just gonna go through a few more of these. Sorry, guys. Solid gold. What's up? One of the goats of the chat saying CU only favored by 2.5 kind of scares me. Hey, I think that that's a fair line right now. I think it's a fair line, and but of course I'm going to pick the Buffs to win. I'm not picking against this team with how they're playing. No way. But Kansas is red hot right now. You're getting the Kansas that we all thought we were going to get at the beginning of the season. They finally have gotten there. They're finally been able to win some games, and I mean they've had two impressive victories in a row against some really good teams. So who's to say? Who's to say they can't come in and believe they can't play spoiler, right? So uh, let me go ahead and pull them up. Or did they lose this past week? I thought they won. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, they did win. They did win. My bad. Yeah, so they beat Iowa State. They beat BYU last week. They lost that game to Kansas State. Then that one was one that they should have won. So they've won 3 out of their last 4 games, guys. They beat Houston 42-14. They lost to Kansas State in the Little Apple in Manhattan, Kansas, 29-27. They won at Arrowhead against Iowa State, and then they went to Provo and beat BYU 17-13. They played some good defense, but they haven't faced an offense like ours yet, guys. You know, that's always true. Our offense is on a whole nother level right now compared to the rest of the Big 12, but they're after beating 2 ranked teams, they should be as confident as they could be coming into this game. We can't take it lightly. No, 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 no. And I don't think that this feels like a team of destiny. I don't think we're going to lose our focus and come out flat. As long as Shador doesn't throw an interception on the first drive, I'm going to be feeling good. Yeah, Cam. Kansas does worry me though. Kansas is going to come out hard because they need to keep winning. They can't lose. They want to stay bowl eligible. That's true. They're at 4 wins right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they got to beat both Colorado and Baylor in the last week of the season to get to a bowl. Man, that's crazy that they lost to Illinois, UNLV, West Virginia, TCU, Arizona State. They lost a 4-point game to. They've had a lot of close losses, man. We can stop the run now, Dave, but I see what you mean. Hey, yes. Yeah, they're a dangerous team, man. They got a little bit more firepower, but I think our defense is up to the challenge, you know? I think we're talking about Arizona State with that, right? Right? But yeah, like they're just red hot right now. Question: what 4 or 5-star IMG recruits do you see coming to see you? I feel really good about Alexander McPherson. He's a 3-star, but anybody that comes here 5-star, right? He's a 3-star guy, and it seems like there's the most buzz right now between London Merritt, um, Michael Carroll, the offensive lineman, and then Nob, the linebacker Nathaniel Owusu Boateng. I've seems like there's the most momentum right now with Nathaniel Owusu Boateng, that linebacker, because I don't think he's committed anywhere. Crystal ball to Michigan last Monday, but now came out for this visit here at CU. And again, Coach Prime has shown it. Not only he's somebody that actually follows through with what he says. I only recruit guys and bring guys on the team that I believe can play early. Heck, even Cash Cleveland, even a walk-on. Saw that with Draylon Miller. Seen it with Carter Stoutmeyer. Seen it with Colton Hood, redshirt freshman, right? Shirley, how's it going? I feel I feel like we gotta. I always get this from you like every week, Gennaro. Man, you crack me up, man. I don't know. I don't know if we can be on the same page here, but he's saying Dylan Edwards and Cormani McLean should come back home. They gave up an opportunity when we were down. We should we should return the favor? No. No, these guys left us. If you only want us at our best, how can we truly feel like you got our backs? Nah, man, I think Dylan Edwards really happy out in Kansas State, and I think some of his reasons for leaving, it wasn't just CU football related. Like, I think he just wanted to be back in Kansas. That's okay. Corman McClain needs to stay in Florida, man. He is doing well. He's doing well. And congratulations on Billy Napier. I think he's exceeded expectations with the Florida Gators this year. DJ Lagway playing well. I think it's very clear that Cormani is doing well in Florida, at home, all of that, like close to home. It's the right environment for him right now. No, no. Sometimes it just wasn't the right fit. But we're not the type of program to go and re-recruit guys that leave us or decommit from us, or that's why I just don't see us going after Bear Alexander. I mean, that guy passed on us last year. You think we're going to just go after him again? I hope I eat crow on some of this stuff, to some extent, but with Bear Alexander, because like Winston Watkins, I would still love to see him come out here, right? Like, he's a great wide receiver. But the track record shows that, hey, once a guy turns their back and goes to another option, we let them go. We let them go. Sometimes, man, in life, you just gotta let certain people go, and you guys can be better for it, right? Cormani, Dylan, they're doing their thing, man. And honestly, I would, as much as I love the weapon that is Dylan Edwards, I'm a fan of bringing in running backs now moving forward that are more built like Michael Welsh, that are more built like Maurice Jones Drew, baby. That's kind of what I like. Let's go bring in a Leonard Fournette. That would be a lot of fun. I don't think Shane Coates can get a medical red shirt. I don't think so. He's been hurt too late in the season, but maybe he could apply for one. Ben come back another year if he hasn't used his COVID year. I'm not sure if he's used his COVID year yet. But because like Kareem Harden's a senior, but he had a COVID year to exercise. So, and this is coming straight from him. He's like, I can play next year. I'm eligible to play next year, even though he's a senior. Bro, you have to interview or break down 88 film. Where did he come from? Second game in a row balling. Okay, yeah. Sorry, guys. It's been a couple or a few weeks since I've done any of the film reviews. So I got to get back to that. So y'all want on Amari McNeal this week? As long as I got the footage, I'll put it out there for you. That'd be a lot of fun. You got it. It was nice to see Terrell Timmons, man, get some action in this game. I want to see him on one of those go routes, right? He brings that speed, and he's also what, like 6'4", 6'5"? Travis will hit the Spider-Man pose while Shador hits the Heisman pose. Hey, that would be a lot of fun. Hey, Keck, forks up, baby. Forks up. Now, I understand why you're saying this, because you need Kansas to knock down our buffs in order for the Forks to make it, man. I understand it. I'm not going to take it personally. But we got to go to Kansas City, handle business. But, man, I don't want to see you guys. I don't want to see Arizona State. You guys are red hot right now, and congratulations to the Arizona State fans. No doubt. That's the program to play for in Arizona, not the Arizona Wildcats. Yeah, good luck this weekend, Buffs fans. It's going to be a dogfight. Fear the Fork. Yeah, man, absolutely. It's going to be fun watching ASU these last couple weeks as well, man. Again, hats off to Kenny Dillingham. Nobody's talking about Arizona State, but they've been one of the best stories in football this year, especially with no expectations to do anything this year. Hopefully Jimmy Horn's back. I have no idea when he will be, though. So Lastly, I'll get to this one. One Mari off topic, but I really want to know: do you think the future Folsom Field might get an expansion? I do think so. This is something that, I mean, it was a while back that Rick George said was kind of on the agenda, but like later, long term, there were some other things that, um, like the scoreboard, that was like a much higher priority. Is just because, yeah, like our scoreboard looked cool 20 years ago, 25 years ago. We needed like an HD scoreboard. So we got that. But yeah, I could see us adding to that northwest corner a little bit. I think that that's probably the spot where you want to add seats. Maybe not necessarily the north end zone yet, but I think that you could expand up in that northwest corner a little bit. That might be the easiest spot without tearing up too much stuff, but it needs to happen. I think maybe 10, 15,000 seats. If Coach Prime signs a 15-year deal to coach here, well, then sure, like, let's talk about a 20, 30,000 seat expansion. The other thing you have to consider, those guys, is if you're going that big, something like a brand new parking garage absolutely needs to be built. Like, I'm talking about like a 5, 6 story parking garage, or like multiple parking garages, because as you know, with the campus right there with the stadium right there on campus, parking is already kind of miserable. It's kind of all over the place. But there are some lots down Broadway that not a lot of people know about. You just got to walk a little bit more, but you can park for $20. You can park for $20, just down the road from that Starbucks a little bit. But that's something to consider with any sort of stadium capacity expansion, is that it's not just going to be that simple of, hey, we'll just put more seating in here. You also need to build more areas to park. That is crucial. Or have more buses to bus people from certain parking areas to the stadium. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I do believe we will get some level of expansion, but yeah, we'll have to see. But I think, hey, expand it by 10 at least. That would be really, really nice. Hazel Eye Gemini, buff buddy. Wherever you go, I go. Buff buddy and me. Yeah, if you want to join the Buff Buddies, it's $5 a month. You get some exclusive emojis. That's cool to drop in the chat. And hey, you'll hear from me on some random topics regarding CU or college football. Again, you just get a little bit more of my thoughts on certain random topics. So got to make sure you guys get your money's worth with that. I think we're at 7 members right now. So and maybe we can get this thing up to 10 by the end of the month, or for my birthday on Saturday. But that's why we're not going to lose to Kansas, man. It's my birthday on Saturday. We're not going to drop a game on my birthday. No way, guys. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Really appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know in the comments on the replay what recruit you think we're going to flip next. You guys have a wonderful evening. Go Buffs.